is the most embarrassing day of my life. Like, what makes it even more embarrassing is the fact that mimi ndo nilijiweka in this situation. Unaona kila kitu yenye inafanyika hapa. Everything that is going on in this story time, I am the one who put myself in this situation with a man. Hi, my name is Njadi and welcome back to my YouTube page for another story time. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe, like, share and comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so when I post another story time you get notified. And if you've not followed me on all my social media platforms, that is at Njadi, kindly do. You know the drill. Let's get into it.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like one.
So this story time takes place very recently. Like ini kitu imefanyika not long ago. Not that recent, but not that long ago, because literally I was in second year in uni. Okay? And right now I'm in third year, meaning simbali sana. So this certain day, mi natoka shule. Like my classes have ended at 4. And it's around 5:30. Nakanga shule for like 1 hour 30 minutes just to pass time, because this was a period where relationship yangu na mamangu ilikuwa on a very rocky situation. So sikuwa nataka kufika home mapema. So venye ilifika 4 classes zikaisha, nikajizubaisha nikitumia wifi ya shule from 4 to 5:30, na sasa imefika 5:30 nataka kuenda nipande gari before ifike 6, cause 6 unajua town inakuanga rush hour, like watu wengi wanaenda kupanda mat and it's very rare kupanda gari, especially sides za Odeon uko Platinum Plaza. Like kupata gari za kwenda Kasarani hiyo time inakuanga so like congested, inakuanga very difficult. Nasitaki kupandia BS. So mimi nimetoka shule, natoka sides za railways, cause university yenye mimi nasomea iko sides za railways. So nikiwa natoka sides za railways, mimi nilikuwa natembea nikielekea Kencom, because I have to go through Kencom and then walk past Archives and then Odeon and then Platinum Plaza, Imenti House, hapo nipande gari. So mimi, I'm all in my head, fantasizing in my own world. I'm just walking around, and this day nilikuwa nimevaa a white dress with black spots. If I get the picture, I'm going to insert it so that you can see what the dress was. Anyway, so mimi natembea natoka the railways, nataka kwenda kupanda gari. So as I'm walking towards Kencom, I see this certain dude. Ile nyele kuna tembea unaangalia tu around. I see this certain dude. When I look at him, he's brown skin. He's tall, he's around 5'9", almost 6 feet tall, but he's around 5'9", and he's skinny. Like, he's not well built, he's just skinny. And his face, I'd rate it a 7 out of 10. 7 nime exaggerate. Okay, hiyo siku mara ya kwanza nikimuona rate a 7 out of 10. You see, like the first time you see someone, you see them as very attractive, but the moment unaanza kuzoea sura yako, like, oh, I was overdoing. Nilikuwa nishakupakisha makeup na nikakwekea filters zenye ufai kuwa nayo. So when I look at him for the first time, I see him, I find him very attractive, and at that moment of my life I would have rated him actually even an 8 out of 10 because of his height. So mi venye namuona, I just look at him, and the moment namuangalia, he also looks at me. So we hold this eye contact as we're still walking, sijasimama. So mi natembea nikienda hivi, yeye anatembea akikuja hivi. So like he's coming from Kencom, I'm coming from railways, and we are both going in opposite directions. So when I look at him, he looks at me, and then we look at each other for like a few seconds. That crazy eye contact you hold with a stranger, and your head are like, God took his time with you. You're just admiring him. And at the same time, apparently he was also admiring me, because those are the vibes that I was getting. So you hold eye contact and tunapitana. Alafu tukiwa almost kukaribiana, he looks at me. We're still looking at each other, okay? And he smiles, and obviously I smile back. And when I smile back, it just marks. It's just like, okay, shawty, okay. In my head, I'm like, okay, boy. He smiled and I smiled back. This is like a real life K-drama scenario. In my head, I'm like, I've already seen our wedding. I've already seen our children. You know, those fantasizing moments. Literally pass each other. He doesn't talk to me, he doesn't say anything, we pass each other. Na mimi naendelea kutembea kuelekea Kencom, and I don't look back. Nasemanga, if you look back, you kill the mystery and the suspense. If he's meant to be, he'll come back, okay? So mimi natembea nafika mahali. So nafika hiyo point enye like nangoja gari ziishe ndio nivuke nende side ya Archives. So nikiwa hapo, when magari zote zimeisha na it's okay to cross the road, when I'm about to cross the road, nasikia mkono imenishika hivi, and I'm like, who ni nani? Who is holding me? Because if it was one of my classmates or like someone I know, angeniita jina, ako like, unavyoenda like, hey, mwati unaenda? But it wasn't like that. This person just held my back, like, alinishika hivi kwa hivi. Alafu like, hakuachilia, like, alikuwa like kama grip. Amenishika na nguvu. So in my head I was like, aki ya Mungu nisikue ni zile madawa yenye mtu anakiwangwa, mtu anakushika hivyo, anakuambia sasa unasema po unaibiwa kila kitu. So in my head I was like, Mungu, please, isikue ni mwizi, isikue ni mwizi. So na turn back pole pole, and then guess who I see? Guess who I see? It's our guy, and he's just there like smiling. So me, I turn, I look at him, and he's just like, Sasa. I look at him and I'm like, poor. And it's like, hi. And I'm like, hi again. And he's like, oh, F, I'm messing up. And I'm like, it's okay. So like you can see he's nervous because now I'm holding like deep eye contact. I like looking people straight in the eye, especially if it's a man and I know he's interested in me, because I know it makes them just another two kufumble. So namwangalia and he's like, hi, my name is shit. And he starts cussing. He's like, fuck, shit. And I'm like, it's okay, just take your time. And he's like, okay. Hi, my name is Kyle. What's your name? And I just look at him. I'm already like excited inside. Nasikia to butterflies because I already know I have power over him. I can make him nervous, and that's what I like. Oh, I'm just like, come to mommy, daddy, come to mommy. So nikamangalia and I was like, my name is Mwati. Do I know you? And it's just like, apana, I just saw you. And in my head I was like, this is a very attractive woman. She's very pretty, she's very attractive, you're very sexy. I just thought I should just shoot my shot, and if it doesn't work out as I want, it's okay as long as I shot my shot. Actually, nimefikiria for some time, like I almost walked away, but then I was like, I'm never going to see you again, so let me shoot my shot. Right now, I'm just looking at him. Okay, remember he's slightly taller than me because I'm a 5'7", he's a 5'9", almost 6 feet. So namwangalia tu hivi, I'm like, okay. So Nisha fantasize already because he is saying the right things at the right time and is just getting me, okay? So I'm like, it's okay, don't feel shy. You said your name is Kyle, right? And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, do you mind if I give you my number, Kyle? And it's like, I'd love that. And let me tell you, apart from his height, his looks, something that just got my attention was his accent. Oh my god! For me, if you speak perfect English, if you can speak fluent, achana na hii kizungu ya miss come, miss go, apana, kizungu ya iyo kizungu, I am a sucker for good English. If you speak fluent English and you add a good accent on top of it, you have my heart. Nichukue nipeleke mali unataka saa. Take my body, take my spirit, take my soul, take all of me, twende. Because if you can't speak fluent English, when we travel to Dubai, Maldives, the Caribbean, to Menda, New York, and you can't even communicate to people, like, you're just going to ruin the whole vibe of the traveling. So you have to speak good, excellent English when you're dating me. Otherwise, bruh, unajishukishia points. So the fact that he spoke good English just had me like, Ati, Kyle. Oh. It was so embarrassing because he was simping, I was simping, we were both simping. Alafu tuko kwa barabara, so I'm sure kuna watu kando yetu walikuwa wanatangalia wako like, the fuck, simuone ishe. So he pulls out his phone, like ananipatia simu yake, and then I put my number, and then it's like, and I was like, can I give you my phone so that you can put your number? And I was like, no. I'm very sure I'm going to call you. I'm 100% sure I'm going to text you and call you. And I was like, okay. So he didn't even bother like kuni flash ndo nipate number kwa simu. He was just like 100% sure. And then he was smiling. He was like, I'm very sure I'm going to call you. I'm very sure I'm going to text it. Like, it was so cute, guys. Seeing a man simp for me like that, it was like just amazing. So obviously I was like nafaa kwenda home. I was like, oh, hata mimi nimeenda kupanda gari. And I was like, see you baadaye. And then I walked away, and then he walked away. Mimi jioni, si ameniambia atani text, ameniambia atani call. Tell me why. Nafika nyumbani, inafika jioni, it's almost 11 p.m. The nigga has not texted me. He has not called me. I don't even have his number. So, I don't know what's going on. So I was like, God, I thought he was the one. Like, come on now. So I go to bed very disappointed, nalala. The next day, I expect a good morning text. Jioni, the next day, I expect a text. So it goes on for like 3 days. There's zero communication from this guy, and I already give up and I shut down, and I'm like, it is what it is, guys. After 3 days, in the evening, this is like 3 days later in the evening, I get a text. Like, hey shorty, what's up? So mi naifungua. At that time nilikuwa na GB WhatsApp. Ama, okay, anyway, naifungua. So nikifungua, hata John nimeifungua, like ataona ni great. Sijui nilikuwa nimeset aje WhatsApp yangu, but najua it was the period of the time where like ungeset WhatsApp yako to the point like if you open a text and you don't want them to know you've opened your text, itakuwa too great. Ataona blue ticks. So I open the text and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I click DP and I see it's him and I'm like, After 3 days, after more than 24 hours, you decide to like, oh my God, let me text her, let me call her. Nikajiambia, I don't want, you cannot act obsessed and simping over me today and then 3 days later, you don't even communicate. Now you are the one who insisted, you're the one who's going to call and text me, you didn't want me to like get your number. So I was like, no thank you, sir. So the moment I open the text, after 5 minutes, I get another text. Hey, what's up? I don't reply. I just open it and just naendelea kuview status. And then, like 10 minutes afterwards, I think he'll hit message like she's not responding to text messages. He calls. And I just pick up. Obviously, I pull the line like, hello, ni nani? I know who it is. I've seen his DP, but I can't let him know I know who it is. So he's like, I'm like, hey, ni nani? He's like, oh my God, it's Kyle. I can't believe you forgot me. I'm so sorry for messing up. I know I've messed up big time. I know I've messed up. I was supposed to call or text you. I'm so sorry. I did not keep my promise. And he's literally apologizing. In my head, I'm like, he's taking responsibility, guys. Unajua, like, I'll admit I'm a mess up. So, acha tu nimforgive. So I was waiting for him to say like, can you please forgive me for messing up? And he said exactly that. He was like, I'm really so sorry. I know it's my fault and I really do apologize. Can you please find it in your heart to forgive me and give me another chance to redeem myself? Guys, I exaggerate. He was giving the cool kid guy vibes that I like because I usually attract like rich kids. But so he gave the vibe of like, I'm a gentleman, I'm owning up to my mistake, and I don't want to mess this chance with you, so let me make it up to you. And obviously, I was like, it's okay, you're forgiven. Afterwards, now we start talking, we start having conversations on and on and on. Ilonilete venye unakatia mtu, mnashinda mnapigiana simu, mnatextiana, mnataka kusikilizana, you're sending each other voice notes, nini. So we talk for a week, and at the end of that week, he decides to plan a date. He's like, when are you going to be in town? Because nishamwambia shule yenye nasomea, ashaniambia nasomea wapi, nishamwambia course, ashaniambia course anasomea, ameniambia mali anaishi, nimemwambia mali naishi, nishamwambia schedule yangu. So he was like, when is the next time you're going to have a class? And I told him, my next class is on Tuesday. He's like, bet, I also have a class on Tuesday. I was like, okay, how does that mimi naingilia wapi? And he's like, how about we schedule a date that Tuesday, because I've already figured out that it's very hard to get free time from you. I was like, my class ends at 1. He's like, my class ends at 2. If you don't mind, you can just wait for me like an hour, because alikuwa nasomea Z-Tech Town Campus. So niko hapo Moi Avenue. Ni Moi Avenue. And niko hapo karibu na railways. Penye kuna Quickmart opposite gari za Rongai penye zinasomeanga. Hiyo St. Paul's iko hapo. So hiyo Z-Tech campus iko hapo. He was studying in that Z-Tech. Venye aliniambia, he was like, suko hapo tu karibu na railways, na mimi niko karibu na railways. If you don't mind, can you just wait at least for 1 hour nimalize class and then I take you out on that date? So I was like, okay. So the next Tuesday, when the Tuesday reached, trust you me, I did my hair, nilichora mpaka eyeliner, nikatefanya lips. nikatengeneza nywele, nikale edges vizuri. I came out with my best dress at that time. I wore it. I make sure I looked very beautiful, very attractive, because I want to impress him, because at this point in my life, Nathani, he is the love of my life. Okay? So this certain Tuesday inafika. Venye hii Tuesday inafika, si inafika saa 8, hajanipigia, hajani text. So I'm like, hey, don't tell me he's ghosting me again. Mungu, hii outfit haezi enda waste. So venye nafika 2:30 nasema acha tu niende home. So obviously mimi naenda kupandia gari wapi, huko Archives. Nikiwa napita hivi naona mtu anatoka Quickmart akiwa ameshikilia Minute Maid 2 za apple na a hot dog. So I'm like, I know this dude. Wait. See, this is Kyle. So I'm like, Kyle. He looks at me anashtuka. He's like, shit. And I'm like, Jieleze. And it's like, actually I was picking something to eat and then I was supposed to call you because our lecturer will extend class to 30 minutes. I was like, bet. And I was like, no, like for real, let me get my bag. And I'm like, okay. Akaenda akachukua bag and then mimi nikajua we're heading to our date. Hey, guys, was I wrong? We didn't head to our date. He literally convinced me kupanda matatu, tukaenda kwao, side za Ngong Road. The first time, this is the first time we're hanging out, and instead of him taking me out on a date that he had promised, alinichukua akanipeleka kwao. Hizo side za Ngong Road, akani convince it's better we go home kwao and then we order tukifika kwao. Alinipatia a very convincing story that I bought and tukaenda kwao Ngong Road. So tumefika Ngong Road. And this man had convinced me to believe that he was going to order food from home. Like tukienda kwa restaurant tachukua time by the time we order, by the time sijui nini, na hakuwa amejipanga vizuri on the type of restaurant he wants to take me, which was all BS. Afterwards, when I come to think of it, he didn't want to spend money. Literally. When a man doesn't want to spend money on you, trust you me, he'll come up with excuses. And they will sound so believable if you are naive enough to believe it. So, tumefika kwa Ngong Road. Nimefika kwao nimeingia. He has told me that he's going to order food because karibu na penye naishi it's Junction Mall. So mimi najua nini he's going to order food because pia tukitembea kwa barabara tukiwa tunaenda kwao, aliniuliza the flavor of pizza I take and the type of chicken, like do I take from Chicken Inn, KFC or Legalitos. Nikamwambia, do you know I stayed in this man's place for 2 hours 30 minutes without him even offering me a glass of water. Tulitoka, akaenda, akaingia kitchen, akajitengenezea cereals, you know the breakfast cereals. Akakuja with milk, akakuja akakaa hapo. By this time ashanekea wifi password kwa simu na washa TV, so like YouTube music is playing in the background. He sat down on the sofa opposite to me. He ate, finished, went back, put the utensils back, came back. We had a conversation for like a few minutes and then he went back to his phone. I went back on my phone. Kila mtoto ana scroll too. I am very hungry. Because in my head I was like, ungeniambia haununui chakula ningejinunulia. Because at that time, I never go out with a man without money. So nilikuwa nishajipanga financially. So it's like, if you're not ordering food, ungeniambia I order my own food. Because usha shiba, mimi nimekaa hapo. And you're the one who told me to cancel my Tuesday schedule to come and go out on a date with you. And we're not even going out on a date. Literally. This man offered me food to... He didn't even offer me food to eat. His mom is the one who came home and then found me sitting on the sofa and then asked me, have you had anything after like tumejuana? She was like, have you had anything to eat? I was like, no. Not even a glass of water? No. Akaanza kupigia mtoto wake kileo, like, you don't do that to a girl. You don't bring a girl home over and then not even offer her food. And then the boy was like, Kyle was like, but mom, there was not any food in the fridge. And the mom was like, say, give you money, so you will have ordered her food. And then in my head I was like, tell him, preach, sis, preach. His mom went in the kitchen. This was around 5:30 Apple. Prepared something to eat and then she brought me food and I was like, thank you. She was like, don't worry, you're such a beautiful girl. I'm so sorry for what my son did to you. I'm so sorry for how he treated you. And I was like, it's okay. His mom is the one that offered me food. And his mom ni rich kid, so unajua like rich kid moms hawananga hizo like unaleta msichana kwa nyumba. Hapana. The mom was just so cool. She went in her bedroom akajikalisha huko until tulimalizana, and then she came. She's the one who cleared the table, not the son. Sijui mbona sikuona kama red flag. She's the one who came over after like 30 minutes, cleared the table, and then she offered to drive me back to town. She was like, cause alikuwa natoka, she was like, Mothi, when are you leaving? I was like, oh, it's around 6:30 I'm supposed to leave. I was like, no, I can drive you back to town to your stage. Where do you live? Nikamwambia nakaa Kasarani. And then the boy was like, no. Mom, it's okay, I'll take her. The mom insisted, but the boy was like, I'll take her. So after the mom left, shortly 5 minutes afterwards ndio alinizindikisha at this stage. I waited for like 30 minutes. So nilikuwa natoka kwao around 7. Nikapanda gari nikaenda home. When I reached home, I was pissed because what do you mean umenitoa kwetu? I've cancelled my Tuesday schedule for a date that never happened. What do you mean your mom is the one that offered me food and not you? You didn't even offer me a glass of water. And you want me to believe you're interested in me? Because he texted me, was like, oh, mamangu ameniambia nikuulize kama umefika home safely. Mama yako amekwambia uniulize kama nimefika home safely. Normally, you will think I'll cut off the guy off because of what has happened. But I don't know how, but alinichanganya, akaniconvince nikamsamehea, and we scheduled another date. Now you see, this date was even worse than the first date. Mimi, I literally thought, because he was like, I'm going to buy you flowers, I'm going to take you out on a date, I'm going to buy you a gift, what type of jewelry do you like? And nikamwambia, so many nilikuwa na expect he's going to like feel sorry and guilty and take me out, because he even asked me the type of restaurants I go to. I told him, we panga the location. Mimi nikajipanga, obviously nasemanga never go out on a date with a man if you're not in a financial state to pay for the whole bill, because anything can happen, even if he's a gentleman. Kama unajua mnaenda restaurant yenye budget, always ask budget yake. Kama budget yake ni 5k, yako inafaa kuwa 6k. Kama yake ni 2000, yako inafaa kuwa 3000, inafaa kuwa like 1000, inafaa kuwa more than what he's supposed to pay. Because trust you me, men can embarrass you. This certain day, me and Joanna, we are going out on a date, and we planned on a day that both of us didn't have classes. Tell me why. Nafika town at around 12, because our date was supposed to be around afternoon, up around 2, so zile restaurants hazijaja. Nafika town, I call him, he's not picking up. Nishafika town, sina classes, so kwa kilengu niko like, fuck, nimechoma fare. I call him like 10 times, he doesn't pick up. So me na jam, nasema, you know what, I'll just look for a restaurant, I go sit down and eat, and then I go home, because siwezi waste an outfit. I refuse. After nimeingia kwa restaurant, nimepatiwa menu, I'm about to order. He calls me and he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I slept, I forgot. You forgot you were supposed to take me out on a date that you planned, and you kept on reminding me on. You forgot. Aki nilikuwa nimejam. I was like, I'm not coming. I'm not. I was like, please just come. And I'm like, uko kwa restaurant? Apana, I'm at home. What? I'm at home. Just come over so that I can take you to a restaurant to Janky. Just come to Ngong Road, and then by the time unafika ndakuwa nishajipanga, and then I'm going to order an Uber from home, and then we take that Uber to Junction Mall, and then there's a good restaurant around there, I'm going to take you. Guys, I got out of that restaurant. I went, pandered a matatu to Ngong Road. Shamefully. Literally. Nikikwambia this is the most embarrassing day, it's the fact that mimi ndo najiweka in this situation. Literally. Nilitoka kwa hiyo restaurant. Instead of me like, no, I can't take bullshit from you. Instead of me saying that, I was like, it's okay. Because mi sijui ni maneno gani alikuanga amedefeat, sijui alikuwa ameniroga na nini. But immediately he would apologize. I will just fall for his apologies, and I will just do what he has told me. Nikapanda matatu, nikaenda kwa Ngong Road, nikafika mpaka kwa gate, nikabisha gate, nikafunguliwa na watchman, nikapanda mpaka second floor kwao, nikabisha mlango, akanifungulia. Hapana, si alinifungulia. Brother yake mkubwa mwenye nasomea MKU ndiye alinifungulia. He was like, "Oh, hi. You came." And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Okay, basi, this is my sign to dip." In my head I'm like, mbona unataka kuenda and we're not even staying? When I remember he's dipping, in my head I'm like, "Why are you dipping?" So I asked him, "Mbona unaenda? Si hata si tunaenda." He was like, "Huh?" And then he left. Tell me why. The nigga comes. Remember, hakunichukua kutoka stage. Aliniambia, "Si unakumbuka kwetu ni wapi?" I was like, "Yeah, I have a good memory." "Yeah, I remember you told me I had a good memory. Just trace your way back and just come back." Literally. Mimi nilijitoa stage, nikajileta hadi kwao, nikafunguliwa gate, nikabisha gate, nikafunguliwa. Because when I called him after nimefika, he just told me bisha gate, watchman atakufungulia. Napanda hadi kwao, brother yake ananifungulia mlango, not him. And then he comes, amevaa sweatpants na some ugly faded t-shirt. And then he looks at me and is like, na nywele ijachanwa anakaa vibaya. And then he's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Boy, I thought we were going out on that date." "I changed my mind because it's around 3:30 and it's around very late. So instead of us going out on a date, let's just plan a day. I'm going to take you out for bowling." "You've gone out for bowling before?" I'm like, "No." Because he had this fake UK accent. He was like, "You've gone to bowling before?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay, fine, I'll make it up to you. I'll take you out for bowling." Niko tu hapo niko like, the fuck. Nimejilipia fare, nimejitoa kwetu kutoka Kasarani hadi town, kutoka town hadi Ngong Road, and then you're telling me nimekuja tena kuzubana wewe kwa nyumba. This time was like, "Are you going to offer me food this time?" He was like, fuck. My brother has left with all the money." And I was like, "Cook me something, like pick a kitu," because at this point I was mad. He was like, "I don't know how to cook." Guys, after 1 hour of me looking at him, I just gave up and I ordered food. The food that I ordered a medium pizza with the chicken from Chicken Inn. Can you believe ukijana alikuwa anataka kukula, alikuwa anataka kukula, alikula hiyo pizza na mimi. Mimi ndo nimelipia hiyo pizza, nikalipia mpaka delivery fee, nikaiendea chini. He didn't even go for the food. Mimi ndo nilitoka kwao, nikaendea chakula, nikarudi, and he ate my freaking pizza that I've paid for. Na niko kwao. This is now the most embarrassing thing that made me like literally nilijam kabisa. After tumemaliza kukula, I asked him from a cup of water. We drink the water. He turns on, he's like, "Have you ever watched anime before?" And I was like, "Apana, I've never watched anime." This boy, as we are watching anime, si alikuwa amekaa a sofa opposite from me. He leans over to the sofa that now I'm sitting. He takes my cheek and I turn nimwangalie. And then he proceeds to want to come and kiss me. I'm already pissed. You've not picked me up from the stage. I've bought food. You've not offered me food, so I'm the one who has bought food. Umeniharibia siku. You promised me a date. It's not even a freaking date. This is not the first time you've done this. And now you want to kiss me. Are you mad? He just put my cheek like this. Nikamwangalia nimejam, and then he said some very sweet words. He's like, "You have very beautiful, pink, delicious lips." I was like, "Missy Jui." He started flirting with me. I forgot I was mad at him. Boy flirted with me big time. Tukiwa tunaangaliana tu eye contact. Ile kwa like, "You look very..." Brav complimented the shit out of me until I forgot that I was pissed at him. And then sasa, he wants to lean in for a kiss. Guys, he is leaning over for a kiss. And then akienda kufungua mdomo. Ha! Ushaisikia harufu ya samaki imekufwa na mayai zimeoza? That is the type of smell that was coming out of his breath. Oh my god. Nilisikia kutapika chakula yote nimekula. Juu nilipull out just like, because I'm shocked. I was like, he was like, "What's the problem? What's the issue?" Nikafanya to watch 2 anime. Nilishno nitamwambia alikuwa nanuka mdomo. Guys, you know we've never had that like face contact and ndio mimi ndio yeye like tumekaribiana hivi. This was the first time tunakaribiana like we are this close. Okay, this is me, this is him. This is the first time I even had the opportunity to smell his breath. His breath was stinking. Alikuwa nanuka mdomo like no way. Ain't no way. I'm not even going to make out with this boy. At least ningepata opportunity ya ku make out na yeye niseme whether he's a good kisser or not. Like, just tell me niambie tu naota. Siamini nimetoka kwetu, nimejilipia fare kutoka kwetu hadi town, nikaingia kwa restaurant, nikataka kuorder, akanipigia simu, akaniconvince 2 hours later, or was it 1 hour 30 minutes later? Akaniconvince nipande gari nitoke town, nitoke kwa restaurant, nikuje kwao, nikifika kwao hanikujia hadi stage, nijitoe stage nijilete hadi kwao. Nikishaingia kwao, he's not offering me food. And then I order my own food that he proceeds to eat. And then he wants to kiss me with a very stinking breath inanuka samaki meoza. And he tried kissing me like almost 4 times. Each and every time niko like, oh my god, this anime is funny. Nini. Until ilifika point, his brother came back and he was like, you guys, I think it's time she goes home. And I went home. Ilifika nyumbani, nika replay the whole scenario from the day we first met till this day, and I was like, girl, you're a stupid damn ass bitch. The guy gave you the red flags the first time. The second time, how dumb are you to think he's going to take you out on a date? I was so embarrassed considering I'm the one who paid for the food, I'm the one who paid for my transport, and I was dumb enough to think he was going to take me out on a date. Like, nimejiembarrass. Nilijipeleka hadi kwao, not once, but twice. See his manipulation. Wonders shall never cease. I was so embarrassed. He tried calling me afterwards. I literally ghosted him. I went MIA. Every time, and funny thing, when this year started, he called me. He was like, hi, happy new year. Me didn't block. Cause what the... Thank you so much for watching today's story time. Do you think this is the most embarrassing day of my life? If you do, let me know in the comment section. And if you feel like you've had an even more embarrassing day and situation than mine, don't feel shy. DM me on Instagram at mwathi.njadi and let me hear out your story. And I may just give it out as a story time on my YouTube page. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and following me on all my social media platforms. See you next week on Friday at 8 p.m. as I post another story time. Bye!